I think this feeling of being in a transition phase and heading into quite stormy waters and more difficult relationship in the future, I think this is already showing in the relationship right now. The conflict points that have been there for a long time but have been mostly hidden are coming more and more to the forefront in the context of the Chinese economic slowdown, also in the context of the new leadership under Xi Jinping. And I think European-China relations are already starting to move into this more difficult phase, probably the most difficult that we have seen in quite some decades. Well, the economic slowdown in China really means that competition on the business side, competition between European and Chinese businesses is going to be much fiercer than probably we've ever seen it before, not only in China, but also on the international markets. The big question that lies behind that, the question how Europe wants to deal with an intensely state-led economy that is moving into international markets and is not playing by any of the rules that, from a European perspective, would define a level playing field and fair play. That question will be, for Europe, one of the most important and most difficult in their relations to China in the years to come. Well, 10 years from now, I think that we will have a couple of enormously rough and difficult years ahead for Europe. Volatility is going to be high. There's going to be crises, one after the other, and I'm not expecting that to stop anytime soon. So the best scenario for EU-China relations 10 years from now would be if both sides would make significant progress in defining their relationship, defining especially their economic and their trade relationship in the context of comprehensive agreement on investment, which is under negotiations right now, but then also looking forward, going into negotiations on a free trade agreement. I think if there would be a way for both sides to find to each other and actually define rules that work for both sides on these issues, I think that would be a fantastic basis for future relations. I would not expect that to happen anytime soon, and it would be an enormously optimistic view, I think, to think that this would turn out like this. I think it would be a good start for Europe to really come together and define the European interest towards China. I think that's one of the weak spots. It's not only a weakness and a disadvantage for Europe, it's also difficult for China to negotiate and to come to terms with a Europe that is not sure internally what it wants from China. Defining the European interest towards China on all the different fields where we have a clear interest towards China, I think that would be a very important first step.